Tonight, a Shelbyville mother is behind bars held on a multi-million-dollar bond following the death of her toddler.
She's not only charged with neglecting him, but her two older children as well. Rich Nye shows us where police say the children lived and the kind of conditions police say they were facing every day.
Court records say that Sophie Igo called 911 and said her baby was dead. When police arrived, she was standing here in the driveway holding her almost 2-year-old son Jasper. He was wrapped in a sheet. Police said he was not breathing and looked like he had been dead for quite some time. Sophie allegedly asked, "Am I going to jail now?" Police say inside the Shelbyville mobile home, conditions were unsafe and unhealthy, insect infested and trash everywhere. Police say they found decomposing material in a crib they believed to be from Jasper's body. Igo is charged with 5 felony counts of neglect involving all 3 of her children. She also has a child about 4 years old and another about 8. Court records allege the 8-year-old has never gone to school.
Unfortunately, we deal with a lot of these cases, and what I will say is they are horribly heartbreaking. They're horribly heartbreaking for families. They're horribly heartbreaking for the people that work on them, law enforcement. What I will say is that people need to be diligent. They need to be parents. They need to take care of their children.
Court records suggest that Jasper had not received any medical treatment since he was 2 months old. He weighed 10 pounds then. At 22 months, he weighed 14 pounds at the autopsy. In a police interview, Igo allegedly asked, "Did I do this?" Igo told police she separated from her husband last year and he had not seen the children in about 5 weeks.
At this juncture, it is pretty clear that he did not have the contact with the children for a number of weeks. Obviously, we're always investigating, but at this time, he is not considered as a suspect.
Igo is held at the Shelby County Jail on a $2 million bond. In Shelbyville, Rich Nye, 13 News.
Also today, the judge issued a no-contact order against Igo with her 2 surviving children. They're in DCS custody right now. Igo's trial is set for January.
Also developing tonight, Metro Police tell us they are searching for a 3rd suspected shooter who they have not identified yet following a mass shooting.
And officers are also clarifying some of the information they first released after reviewing more video and evidence. The shooting happened early Sunday morning in the parking lot of a liquor store near a club, close to Shore Terrace Drive and Eagle Creek Parkway.
Metro Police now tell us they believe only one of the men who died was the primary shooter. Officers say he shot 5 people, including the other man who died. Investigators believe the other man killed was not the person the suspect meant to shoot. Police also believe one of the people the primary shooter was targeting shot and killed him.
And right now, a man is under arrest facing multiple felony charges in a shooting that left 3 people injured over the weekend.
We're now seeing for the first time video of that shooting that took place in a crowd of people. Our Matthew Foltz breaks down this video and reaction from the Marion County prosecutor.
Well, that shooting happened near this strip mall, near the intersection of 56 and Georgetown Road here on the city's northwest side. In fact, this security camera outside of this Jimmy John's captured the moments those shots rang out. And we do want to warn you that the video you're about to see may be disturbing.
In this video shared with 13 News from the Marion County Prosecutor's Office, you can see someone on the left side of your screen fire shots into a crowd of people before grabbing another rifle and firing more shots. Now, 13 News is not showing the entire video due to the graphic nature, but Metro Police tell us 3 people were ultimately shot and injured and are now recovering. Officers later arresting 21-year-old Carlos Contreras for the crime. He's facing multiple felony charges, including attempted murder. I spoke with Prosecutor Ryan Mears about the charges.
Each individual count is 20 to 40 years, and those can be stacked on top of one another. So, I mean, just from the attempt murder charges, you're looking at a maximum sentence of 120 years.
Now, Prosecutor Mears also tells me he believes there is a second person involved in this shooting after looking at that surveillance video. So he's asking anyone with any extra information to give police a call. Meanwhile, coming up at 6, we'll share how some city leaders believe there needs to be more consequences for people who commit crimes such as these. Reporting on Indy's northwest side, I'm Matthew Foltz, 13 News.
Thank you, Matthew. And Prosecutor Mears says there is a second person also involved in that shooting. They believe he got in a green SUV at the scene. Anyone with the information is being asked to give police a call.
Tonight, Clinton County commissioners are calling for the county sheriff and the jail matron, who is his wife, to resign. It follows a years-long investigation into Sheriff Richard Kelly and his wife Ashley. This video shows the couple at their first court appearance back in March of 2022. That's where they faced charges of official misconduct and criminal conflict of interest after investigators accused them of setting up a corporation to operate the county jail commissary and then taking the profits. They're expected to go on trial for those charges in May of next year. Nearly a year after that court appearance, the Indiana Attorney General's office filed a complaint against them in an attempt to get money back. Just last week, a judge found them liable for the misuse of nearly $220,000 in public funds and ordered them to pay it back, in addition to nearly $110,000 in audit costs. The commissioners issued a statement today saying, quote, "When elected officials and those entrusted with public funds abuse that responsibility, they forfeit their right to continue serving in positions of authority." We've also reached out to the sheriff for his response to these calls for resignation, and of course, we'll let you know when we hear back from him.
All right, 5:06 this evening. Let's take a pause, turn to weather. Angela's here tracking this cloudy day we've seen.
More rain on the way. Could we see any storms later tonight, Angela?
You know, we're tracking a storm right now, Dustin and Felicia. I'm going to get to that in about 20 seconds. It's up northwest of Lafayette. It's showing at times signs of rotation. It's produced a couple of inches of rain. And yes, to answer your question, we do have more rain and storms on the way. Across central Indiana after the foggy start, we've been dry most of the afternoon with temperatures in the upper 70s close to 80. You'll have a few dry hours, at least most of us, early this evening before those storm chances ramp back up. There's the storm that we're tracking just northwest of Lafayette. It is west of Interstate 65, continues to move through portions of Benton County, now into the northern sections of Warren County. Sean and I keeping an eye on this one again, at times showing a little rotation. Definitely has some heavy rain with it. Right now, the potential for some 40+ mile-per-hour wind gusts. So heads up Pine Village, it's overhead. We will watch the movement of this closely. If it would hold together, perhaps West Lebanon, Attica, over towards Shadeland, for now looks to stay just west of Lafayette. Here's the main area of rain and storms that will move our way over the next several hours and bring a wet start to our Wednesday. I'll have the local timeline in just a few minutes.